television. I know I'll be watching. So this meeting will feature the club currently run by Andrew Friedman, the Dodgers, and the club he left to join Los Angeles, the Rays, after he was in charge for 10 years in Tampa Bay. So here are the games and the matchups to look out for. So game one, as you all know, October 20th. That's 8 p.m. Tampa Bay LA Dodgers. That's on Fox. That's tomorrow night. Game two is Thursday night, August 21st, 8 p.m. Tampa Bay LA Dodgers, TV Fox. Game three is October 23rd, 8 p.m. LA Dodgers at Tampa Bay. That's on Fox. Game four is October 24th, 8 p.m. LA Dodgers at Tampa Bay. That's on Fox. Game five is October 25th, 8 p.m. LA Dodgers at Tampa Bay. That's on Fox. And game six, October 27th, 8 p.m. Tampa, LA. That's on Fox. And game seven, October 28th, 8 p.m. Tampa Bay at LA Dodgers on Fox. Now, a game seven is really means if a game seven is at all necessary, which I don't think it will be, because I know probably somebody is going to probably win it in 6 games. And wouldn't it be cool if the Rays beat the Dodgers and the Lightning? Wow, you'll have 2 champions in Tampa Bay. Let's see if history can repeat itself. Now, the Rays were led to the World Series by LLCS MVP Randy Arozarena, while Corey Seager was the NLCS MVP for the Dodgers. So when is the game and how can I watch it? Well, I just told you. The game will air Tuesday on Fox at 8:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:09 p.m. Pacific Time. It is also available to stream on MLB TV. So what do the starting lineups look like? Glad you asked that question. Well, for the Rays, this will ultimately depend on who the Dodgers start in game one. But with Clayton Kershaw being likely, there's a good chance that Manuel Margot hits leadoff for the Rays. Margot has 5 home runs in the postseason and his career 2.74 hitter against lefties. So here is your more than likely starting lineup for Tuesday night's Game 1 of the World Series. At right field, you have Manuel Margot. At second base, you have Brandon Lowe. At left field, you have Randy Arozarena. At first base, you have Chae-Man Choi. At do-hitter, you have Yandy Diaz. At third base, you have Joey Wendle. And at the SS, you have Willie Adams. So that's your starting lineup for the Rays. Number 8, you have center fielder Kevin Kamara and catcher Mike Zunino. So those are your Rays starting lineups for Tuesday night's Game 1. Now the Dodgers. So for Dave Roberts has not announced a Game 1 starter. But if it's Kershaw, recent history indicates that Austin Barnes will be the catcher. The designated hitter could be Will Smith or Edwin Rios. And no, it's not Will Smith from the popular hit series Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Or Edwin Rios, both of whom enjoyed huge moments in the NLCS. So let's get to the lineup, shall we? At right field, you have Mookie Betts, former Red Sox player. At the SS position, you have Corey Seager. At third base, you have Justin Turner. First base, you have Max Muncy. At the catcher, you have Will Smith. At center field, you have Cody Bellinger. At left field, you have A.J. Pollock. At DH, you have Jock Patterson. And at second base, you have Chris Taylor. So these are some good matchups for the first game. Clayton Kershaw, man, I mean, big time dude out there in LA. He's still going strong. Mookie Betts came from the Boston Red Sox last year to join this Dodgers team. And this Dodgers team is for real. Don't get me wrong. This Dodgers team is for real. So who are the starting pitchers? So for the Rays, they have yet to announce a Game 1 starter. But most signs pointed to it being Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow warmed up in Game 7 and looked ready to pitch the 9th inning. But Pete Fairbanks was able to get the last out of the game. That allowed the Rays to head to the World Series for the second time in franchise history. But it also saved Glasnow for the start of the series. Glasnow went 5-1 with a 4.08 ERA this season and is 2-1 with a 4.66 ERA in 4 postseason starts. So who was the Dodgers starting pitcher? So nothing definite was announced Sunday night, but it's hard to imagine it will be anybody but Kershaw who will be on a regular rest. In this Game 4 start, pushed back 2 days because of back spasms, he allowed 1 run over the first 5 innings and was hurt by an infield hit, throwing error and a pair of doubles. He was charged with 4 runs. That's what I'm saying. Clayton Kershaw, he's the beast. If you ever watch the Dodgers games and you see Kershaw pitch, man, he's got that wind up in his hands. He winds it up so quick. He throws it so quick where you will never know what he's gonna do next. Never know. So how would the bullpens line up after the starter? So the bullpens, like I said. So as for the Rays, as you've seen throughout the postseason, manager Kevin Cash won't be afraid to go to the bullpen in key situations. Cash pulled Blake Snell after just 4+ innings in Game 6, and he took out Charlie Morton despite the right-hander pitching a 2-6 pitch gem into the 6th 1 night later. Expect more of the same as the Rays are going to lean heavily on Diego Castillo, Fairbanks, and Nick Anderson. Now, the Rays are 36-1, 33-0, and 40-0, leading after 6, 7, and 8 innings, respectively. And it's all because of the bullpen. Pete Fairbanks, he steals Game 7. So, yeah, Pete Fairbanks, he stole Game 7. He stole Game 7 away from, I think it was the Astros they were playing. He stole Game 7. And the thing is that when you do that, when you take a player out of his rhythm, and when he's heating up that quick, you gotta take him out of his rhythm. You gotta throw some knuckleballs out. You gotta throw some strikeouts at him, because if you don't, he's gonna just hit those home runs all day. It's gonna keep coming at him. It's gonna keep coming at him. So Clayton Kershaw, do whatever you can to manage those Rays players, because those Rays players, they can hit. I mean, Mookie Betts can hit, but we're not really talking about Mookie Betts. We're talking about the pitching situation. We're not talking about the offensive players. So for the Dodgers, on again, off again closer Kenley Jansen is rested and coming off 2 strong outings to earn back a position of trust. Blake Treinen, Brusdar Graterol, and Pedro Baez share right-handed leverage roles, while Joe Kelly's role has been minimized. Lefty Victor Gonzalez has pitched important innings, but the Dodgers might need Julio Urias, Dustin May, and Tony Gonsolin to do more starting and less relieving. Kenley Jansen caged the side in the 9th. So yeah, Kenley Jansen caged the side in the 9th, because the 9th inning against that Braves team, people were saying, okay, how many times can we do this? How many times can we get the knob off? And in that LA and Atlanta series, you saw what the Dodgers did. You saw what Victor Gonzalez did. You saw what Clayton Kershaw did. And the Braves, I mean, the Braves they had some pretty good players out there. Don't get me wrong. The Braves were looking like a World Series team, but the Braves, they just didn't have it. They lost in Game 6, so they just didn't have it to advance to the World Series. Are there any relievers who are unavailable? Well, for the Rays enjoy 2 days off before the start of the World Series, so the bullpen should be in good shape heading into Game 1. Now, as for the Dodgers, Treinen pitched in 3 consecutive games in high leverage, so he might need more than just a day off to bounce back. So May threw only 18 pitches in Game 7, but his wildness is sure to give management a pause. So Gonsolin was equally ineffective and threw 41 pitches on Sunday, so he's probably down for Game 1. So would this be a long World Series drought is about to end for one team? So, and if any injuries to note. So for the Rays, the Kamara is still battling a sore right hand, but the center fielder played in Saturday's Game 7, so he should be full go in the World Series. So any for the Dodgers? Well, while celebrating his home run, Bellinger's troublesome right shoulder popped out while performing a forearm smash with Kiki Hernandez. But he finished the game and has played with the same injury before. So we'll see how Cody Bellinger is doing, and we'll see how Kamara for the Rays are doing as well. Who is hot and who is not? So The team who is the hottest right now, I'll say Rays Arzenia is having one of the best playoff runs in Major League history. The 25-year-old rookie has 7 home runs, the most by any rookie in a single postseason. And he is just one hit away from tying Derek Jeter's rookie record of 22. While Arzenia is red hot at the plate, the Rays are still waiting for Austin Meadows and Brandon Lowe, All-Stars in 2019, to get going offensively. Meadows are 4 for 35 with 2 home runs, while Lowe is 6 for 52 with 1 homer in the postseason. So the Dodgers. So who's hot for the Dodgers? So Sager won the NLCS MVP despite going 0 for 5 in the clincher because he was unstoppable the other 6 games. He has 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. So Hernandez, who had 2 game-tying homers against the Braves, is one of those players who is on the rise to the occasion of the postseason. So Will Smith repeatedly delivered big hits in the NLCS, and Mookie Betts was game-changing with his glove. So Corey Seager was named the NLCS MVP of the Dodgers. So congratulations, Corey Seager, on big name, the NLCS MVP. So anything else fans want to know? So what do y'all want to know, fans? Well, for the Rays were the 9th team in Major League history to play a winner-take-all game in the Division Series and League Championship Series, but only the 3rd team to win both. Since joining the 2012 Giants and 1981 Dodgers, both the Giants and Dodgers won the World Series that season. So, for the Dodgers, the Dodgers are in the World Series for the 3rd time in the past 4 years. They have won 21 pennants, most of any NL club, and second most all time to only the Yankees, who have 40. So that's all your info for the World Series. I hope that everyone has a chance to watch Game 1 on Tuesday. It comes away 8 p.m. tomorrow night on Fox. Every World Series is 8 p.m. Every television station, Fox, they're broadcasting all 7 games of the World Series. So don't forget to check it out. So moving on here. So this was a great story by the Maryland Terrapins, and you all have to check it out. So College Park, Maryland. So head coach Mark Turgeon and director of athletics Damon formally presented the Maryland men's basketball team its 2020 Big Ten championship rings in a ceremony at the Xfinity Center last Friday evening. The celebration capped off one of the most memorable seasons in recent memory for the Terrapins, as the program captured its first ever Big Ten championship. So Maryland defeated Michigan 83-70 in their final game of the season on March 8th to clinch a share of the title, raising the trophy and cutting down the nets in front of a sold-out Xfinity Center crowd, and what would end up being the team's final game of the season due to the coronavirus pandemic. I too remember that game. That was a huge thrashing of Michigan. Michigan had no stops for the Maryland Terrapins. So student athletes, coaches, and staff gathered to watch the team get their first look at the rings. So Anthony Cohen Jr. and Jalen Smith both returned to the Xfinity Center to join their teammates for the celebration, as the group posed for photos and watched a commemorative video of the 2020-21 season. So boldly shimmering in red and gold with accents of white and black, the 4 colors of the Maryland state flag are all represented. A replica image of the Big Ten Conference Championship trophy adorned with the net is featured, marking the first in Maryland men's basketball history. So resting below the name of each player/coach from the championship team is the iconic flag of the state of Maryland, worn proudly by its flagship university and the team's 24-7 record during its championship season. So the hardwood panels flanking each side of the ring are an odd Maryland's illustrious home court advantage, where the Terps posted a 16-1 record in 2019-20. So Maryland put together one of the team's best seasons in recent memory this past year, finishing 24-7 with the 14-6 mark in the Big Ten to capture the program's first ever Big Ten championship. So the Terrapins were ranked in the Associated Press top 25 all season long, ending the shortened season tab 12th nationally. So 4 players garnered all Big Ten honors, highlighted by first team all big selections